When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." And since then, for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something.
Just waking up here. It's California Day, baby. This is a movie about my family trip to California. My mom has always expressed the idea that material objects are far less valuable than the experiences with the people around you. This trip was the embodiment of the idea, and since my sister was heading off into the real world and I was heading to college, my mom was going to be saying goodbye to us, and so she decided to take us for one last hurrah. Connection in Boston. One last family trip. You see, the thing about this whole trip is that we're not the type of family to just be content sitting on the beaches dipping our toes in the Pacific Ocean. We like to explore and immerse ourselves in the culture, and that's the way we do it. It's a cool airport. We quickly knew we were in San Francisco at the site of the coffee dispensing robot, and after avoiding getting scammed by the Hertz car rental, we ended up making it on the road to our first destination, Yosemite. So it's been a couple minutes I've been sitting in traffic here. Jenny is stressing out. She's freaking out.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
Gabby, soak it in. Oh my gosh, you can just taste that it's California. This video captures our exploration, our expedition, our travels, and this all started months earlier. Because the moment I heard that we could be going to California, I was eager to start planning. I researched all the best places to eat, all the coolest places to hang out, and the best places to go hike. I was researching so much that I started to recognize Northern California and San Francisco better than I even knew my own city. The original plan I came up with was to start in San Francisco and just kind of hang out in that city for a couple days. And then we would rent a car and drive down the Pacific Coast Highway and experience all that has to offer. All the way down to LA, where then we would hang out for another couple days. But I got a suggestion to go to Yosemite, and this suggestion changed everything for us. With my sister being a certifiable tree hugger and me also loving nature, it was inevitable that we'd be going to Yosemite. This national state park is located in the Sierra Nevada mountains, which is only a couple hundred miles away from San Francisco, and it's home to some of the most beautiful views on Earth and the largest waterfall on Earth, so that's pretty incredible. My alarm went off. It's 7 o'clock our time now, but I was planning on getting up a little later. We're headed out. Everybody excited for their first day on the trails? Woo. Each day we had a 45-minute drive in and out of the valley, and this was an amazing time to reflect and prepare ourselves for the hike ahead. And to be honest, this was a really good time to see the valley because there were some astonishing views along the way. During our first day, we hit some of the most trafficked hikes in the park, being Vernal and Nevada Falls. And we started out with Vernal Falls, and once we got to the top, we hung out for a little while as my mom decided if she was going to make it up Nevada Falls. She wanted to let us go and just let us do our thing, but we were content on bringing her with us, and we weren't going to leave her. We ended up pushing and pulling her up the mountain, and once we got to the top, she was glad we did. We ended up hiking back down the John Muir Trail, and at this point I realized how interesting it was taking a hike, because before this point I hadn't really hiked very much in my life, and although I'd run on trails numerous times, I hadn't really taken the time to slow down and take a walk. And so this hike was really powerful as it gave me a lot of appreciation for the people around me and my family at the moment, and it was just really powerful.
All my friends, they say I've got it made in their day, but I just tell them so. I'm a happy camper too.
So I just want to highlight that I think Glacier Point is, well, all the way up there. Over the next few days, we ended up hiking the 4 Mile Trail, which is actually about 9.7 miles, and then we cooled off in a glacial stream down below, and then after that we went to Travellin Meadows and the giant sequoia grove and a bunch of other incredible places in the park, but we didn't have enough time to explore everything, and honestly I don't think I would have had enough time to explore everything if I had years of my life, so I can't recommend enough going to Yosemite National Park. It was just an incredible experience, and my time there was enough to let me know that I want to go back. But now that we have passed through there, it's time to head to San Francisco and get this trip on the road. The cherry coffee and vanilla lavender latte, both in a large. After a day of driving, we ended up in San Francisco, and the moment we got there, we put ourselves down at our hotel and went to find some of San Francisco's famous gummies. We ended up eating those gummies at dinner, and it made us kind of hungry for some reason. I don't know if they're supposed to, but we ended up then parading around the city and eating our way through San Francisco before crashing back at our hotel. Making our way to the bike rental place now. That next morning we rented some e-bikes and were cruising around the city in style. We rode over the Golden Gate Bridge and all the way into Sausalito, which is right across the way from San Francisco. We ended up going to Pride, Haight-Ashbury, Golden Gate State Park, Nob Hill, the Richmond District, Chinatown, the Ferry Building, and really any other touristy attraction you could imagine, even Pier 39, which is the touristiest attraction of them all. That was not even correct grammar, but really the city was incredible, and although we did go to many tourist destinations, we were trying to immerse ourselves in the culture of the city, and as somebody that is a city connoisseur, really looking to live in a city someday, this was an amazing city. There were so many places to relax and hang out with your friends, with the perfect weather. The public outdoor parks were just incredible places to be. So after all, I guess my mom was right. Experiences far outweigh the value of material goods, and there's nothing that can replace an experience. So I hope that you've enjoyed this experience, and I hope that you enjoyed the journey. It was so much fun sharing this with you, and I hope to see you next Tuesday. As usual, live happy, be healthy, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.